stats sometimes feel super irrelevant to what we think about him, because he's that guy who just kind of came out of nowhere. Nobody knew anything about him. X Nova, when I asked him when we first saw Zeal, was like over in the jungle, and he'll be the first death of the game, but not first blood. They are trying to go in on the Zeal. Like he said, they might have an opportunity to do so, and they walked in front of the Planet's roll, and well, Clinks is going to get first blood. So good job there by Undyne to get in front of the roll out from Planet to make sure that the damage is in, and when you've got the shards, it lines you up for that burning barrage.
Shards, you get the tag team, you get the burning barrage, searing arrows. The amount of damage that these two are dishing out is ridiculous. So you have option of like constantly dodging them or constantly trying to keep them low so that they can't even go on you. Right, that's what they're trying to do right now.
Yeah, Undyne is now going to be the one who is in some trouble as they go forward and get that kill onto the Tusks, but a little bit of revenge there. I was going to talk about the fact that, like, I thought the communication from CDEC, just a glimpse of it was pretty interesting there over bottom, because they initially went for Zeal, but they knew the quick switch, especially once they stepped in front of the roll, was to go for Planet. And you know, it's one of the reasons that I think CDEC is kind of this underrated team at the moment, as well, they came in first in Division 2, and bottom lane, Echo has just made a complete rotation. They're going to snowball over to Zeal. They'll bring in the Primal Beast. They'll try to come over and maybe turn this around with a third hero to make a 3v3, and Zeal taking a lot of damage as that ult comes out for a second, but it's enough to get the kill into Zeal. They'll end up trading there with Clinks, which isn't the best trade for them to make. And Undyne now trying to deal with the Spiderlings coming his way, and 70 will try to help him out with that trample too. But snowball. Echo under the tower, taking a lot of damage from Primal Beast too. 70 outputting quite a bit, and it only ends up being a 1-for-1, but not the worst rotation from Primal Beast.
Oh, this wasn't just not the worst. This was exactly what he needed to do. Like, he needed to go back bottom and save his tier 1 and his Clinks. Clinks died in the end, but it wasn't one of these that...
Dude, it was nice. Snowball. Trying to TP out, will come in, stop that, and Primal Beast behind them, potentially looking for a pinch if they want to save this new tier 1. The pushing power from EHOME is no joke. Top lane, yeah, they're going to go for the Morphling. They're looking for Shiro. He'll waveform away. They use the Primal Split. Shiro on the run, stunned up, right-clicked and kill. So Shiro doesn't make an escape.
It was really
not working out for him.
They lost the tier 1 mid at the same time. That was a little bit of Shiro. Punishing Panda, he was right next to the tier 1 tower. 70, it was so simple for him to just TP in and slot his way to catch the Morphling. Because his team is creating a ton of space. So that's necessary for him to stay in the lane.
Lynx is okay for now, and it looks like he'll just escape. Reapplied like 2 or 3 times over bot and looking for that Clinks, but never quite got the damage out there. Didn't have the vision, but ZZQ's here. He's got the dust ready to go right on him, and it's enough.
Maybe costs 50 mana now.
It's Planet
sometimes.
It's not the worst death there for EHOME, but a good kill from CDEC, especially when it gets them a tower to parlay off of. They might be able to get Roche. They do have the Exorcism ready to go, but it's immediately scouted by that Treant. So let's see if EHOME want to make a move in, especially without the Earth Spirit. That's really the initiator when it comes to these big fights.
No BKB. Go 70 for 10 seconds. See the Master as well. She's just gonna split.
And he splits, they snowball out. They're leaving the pit with this Exorcism hitting the end, but they get the kill into ZZQ. They'll at least get that for now. Undyne getting a little bit low. They've got Shiro in some trouble. He's at about half health. They bought back on the Undyne. They still got Roche a little bit low. They look over on the high ground. Echo's there on the hill. They go in. There's the roll as well. The Magnetize. They're going to finish off. They'll walk to the snowball. They're trying to get it. Aegis on the deck, and it's picked up by the Clinks. But he might lose very quickly. Sovereign's on all these heroes on the side of EHOME. Can they get away with anything more than just getting a kill here onto the Clinks with the Aegis? They'll finish off the Death Prophet. The buyback comes in here from the top. They get 7E, and the fight is looking really good for EHOME as they'll focus their attention on the Brewmaster. The Burning Barrage doing some damage, but just not enough. Walrus Punch out onto Shiro, but he's still fighting his way all the way through. Echo's doing enough damage to finally fall. They get themselves a second on the side of CDEC, but they end up losing more on CDEC as well. CCQ, he's low, hit with the right click coming in from the tag team. The Sprout is in. One more right click needed. Instead, it's going to be a snowball. Waveform towards Undyne as he's trying to run. The adaptive strike gets thrown, but it's not going to be enough damage to get the movement. Ooh, Shiro's a little bit forward.
Just try to force their hand a bit.
Again, a run from 7E, but he's clipped himself. Look at that onslaught. That's a bit of an issue. They're going to try and fight here. They've got the silence on the 2. They'll roll in, land on the Death Prophet. And Imitator doesn't exactly have an exorcism to fight with, so there really isn't much coming from the Death Prophet except for silence. But roll hits onto the Clanks. They've got the lockdown, but do they have the damage to get the kill? They'll end up losing Planning. Adaptive strike is through. They'll get the kill. They'll take him out for 70 seconds as EZQ will fall as well. It's a 2 for 2 so far with the Walrus Punch from Undyne, but soon he's just going to be dying. And they'll look for more. They'll look for a fourth. They'll try to get the Brewmaster. The only one surviving right now is 7E because he was out of the fight to begin with because he ran himself on his own cliff.
He willingly RTZ'd himself at the beginning of that fight. There was no force stabs, no way of helping him.
Close.
It truly is like both of these teams are taking the right objectives. They're moving across the map well. Look at these threats though.
They got the silence and they're going to onslaught onto the high ground once again. 7E trying to put out the damage. Undyne goes in with a Walrus Punch, but Undyne again will probably fall. The BKB on Seal, but now no Nature's Prophet. Roll hits on a 7E. They've got themselves the Primal Split. They'll look over the Death Prophet. Use that exorcism, and it's not going to last too long. They're able to get the damage out and kill off this Death Prophet. ZZQ trying to survive as the buyback comes out from the toss. 7 with BKB. Onslaughts forward and uses that up for the damage. It looked like it was there for a second, but the Morphlin's able to survive as the Snowball comes in with the Walrus Punch. They finally finish off Shiro, and that makes this a victory so far for CDC. And 7 wants more. They go after Planet. The Onslaught misses. The roll is in, and he'll finish off 70 instead. Blinks moves forward, but he's able to juke at the roll and get some space, and the Tusk has been rooted thanks to the Brood Axe. So Planet,
they're trying to set up, if someone defends, they're trying to set up a kill with no fire or hit. No one wants to defend.
So that first tier 3 went down. They've got the glyph again. They will glyph again, and now finally these heroes are starting to return back to the base, and they're going to look forward. They're going to try and do what they wanted to with Planet, going in with the kick, but they've got the snowball. Right click damage coming out of Q, and the Clinks is still able to survive with the Burning Barrage coming out, but they finally get the first life out of the hands of the Clinks. They'll take out Planet. There's no more Earth Spirit. Waveform over to the side over 70 with BKB being popped. They'll go to the up for the damage coming out. It's a lot on the Zero. He's in some trouble. The snowball comes in. They get the kill on the Nature's Prophet, and they look for more. You got a Sprout out just in time, but I don't know how much it's going to help as well. Now the Morphling turns into the Tusk. They get the Snowball off, and they kill off Undyne. They'll buy back on Zero. They'll right click through all the way, trying to get the. I guess that's also all he said for everybody. They're going to go through the onslaught. They're going to look to get themselves a lose one. They get the kill on Echo. They'll end up losing Undyne as the Morphling immediately looking for the waveform away. They're going to lose ZZQ, and they bought back on the Tusk, so Undyne going to be back into the fray of the CDC side, and it looks like they're probably going to get away with going after these tier 4s and forcing them to fight when they don't want to. I mean, these heroes, especially Echo, he's dead for 80. Like, they have no way to defend, and they've got another exorcism going. They can't face race. They never got through the bottom yet with that Nature's Prophet, and they're going to go here, and they've got the Burning Barrage damage going out. They get a ton of Zero. He's going to be dead for 100 seconds. They'll end up losing Shiro, and that should be all.
Start hitting you, just kill the full wave.
Very balanced hero. I don't really know Undyne's objective with his Alchemist, by the way, over the bottom lane. It just doesn't make sense to me as well. Now he's going to be skewered under the tower. He's going to charge up a stun, and he'll have some help from this Void in terms of a time dilation, and he will deny himself. So that kind of works out.
That was perfect scenario for Undyne. Yeah, that was so good because he also hurts them, right? Like he dishes out the damage, plus he gets that suicide with concussion. Really nicely done by him. Also, basically an Alchemist 5 is the same as he always was. You just max out the acid spray and the stun. That's it. Like, you're a strong laner. The only problem is usually you have some range hero that benefits from the acid spray, that can't hit constantly. Or you understand that the game is not going well, your cores need more.
Tiny trying to make something happen, but with nothing around him, it's not going to work out, and Zeo will get that blink dagger. So if you chose the madness, you won.
He was just scouting things out a little bit, going a bit deeper, doing tiny things, right?
Right.
Sometimes you pay the price for it. What I'm interested in is Alchemist. Like, he's actually queuing up an Aghanim Scepter. Like, he's queuing up an Aghanim
Shooter following it up with a Wraith Fire Blast on the RP, so he had the damage to get his Face's Void. Mid lane and Avalanche is there, toss up into the air, go get themselves a kill onto Echo, and look to get a tier 1. The onslaught forward hits on a ZZQ. They'll try to run, but eventually with no rigorous dive, he will fall, and it will be to this Marcy.
Can't back there. There's too many heroes. Marcy with Unleash. That guy died 100%. Even if you egg, the CDEC definitely still feel like they're in control. But you could see a nice thing there. The Void kill was pretty significant for the control, right? It proves that they can actually should have her. I mean, the cooldowns she has her right now. With those, you can already plan on making the next move, but it's EHOME that smokes out.
And look, they're trying to go as Onslaught Pulverize first blood out of the hands of the Wraith King. Can they follow it up with a second kill? Well, Shu was going to try and run away, and there's the Chronosphere coming out. Where is this follow-up damage? They'll finally find it with a kill to find it as well as Echo. There was a lot of damage that came out afterwards as they'll get themselves free, but this RP, is it going to be enough? They've got themselves a double damage. They'll take the Aegis out of the hands of the Faceless Void. Undyne is not really an unprize as they're going to throw over that stun. They've got the Unstable Concoction, and one slam on the Pulverize flattens those bones and grinds them up into a pulp. And they have Seal in their hands. They'll get the full team wipe and CDEC. The last fight didn't go their way, but this one certainly did, as they will wipe the floor with Ezio. Would go with a different build. Blink, speaking of it, toss back onto Zeo from Imitator. They've got the Unstable Concoction, the Onslaught to follow, and a very easy kill onto the Magnus, looking for a potential +1 in Planet, but he's able to scurry on along.
And that's it, boy. Make that line towards top lane. I need the Raxus to fall before minute 30.
What did I choose for that? I chose 20 to 30 as well.
Yeah, same. It was kind of cocky. It's very early, but it's doable.
TK lead, it is very doable. It's moved. It's pretty nice. It's very fast.
Has been caught.
Yeah, he is in some trouble, but well, now Searing Chains as well as the skewer on Imitator. He's not imitating enough, but well, they get the kill on a Zeal. They'll lose the Tiny, and Echo's going to be a fatality there for the side of EHOME. I don't know if they were expecting to lose both of them, but 2-for-1 when you're trading the price of a Tiny certainly feels worth it.
Even the Tiny, I felt like he didn't have to die. But when Tiny jumped in on the Ember, tossed him in the air and stunned him, I felt like maybe there was an opportunity for Void to jump in and chrono. He decided not to. It was a risky move. But then they still killed the Ember, plus the Ember used BKB. So it's perfect for them, really. It ended up being even better. Now all they have to do is take Raxus. That's 2.5 minutes remaining. I need those and take down the Void. That's it, right? Like, you always get him low enough, but it's never kills him. He always has that opportunity to time walk away.
Only at a time like this, they had Exorcism to take these towers in the next 30 seconds.
Very sad. Very, very sad. Come on, everyone.
Everybody push at the same time. Get us our first racks, please.
We don't have RP. Come on, guys.
Oh gosh, time walking with the Ags. They're not focusing the racks, but they are going to try and focus the life of this Faceless Void. They get the kill on the Zeal. It's just time walking, health back, and Shiro's gone once again. They'll call GG, and that's going to be the end of the game.
Oh.